Hello, this is me attempting to spectate a friend's game and analyze it a bit. I'm doing this in preparation for tomorrow, where it will be MSI, and I wish to practice my analyzing skills to explain why teams do what they do, why they build what they build, and how they win in the most effective or ineffective way possible. So right now, looking at the champs that are in this game has already been going for 15 minutes. We have Lux, who has been buffed again, and so people are trying her out. We have a Volibear top lane, that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to just adjust these. This is my very first try at this. I'm not 100% sure of what I am doing, but I'll turn on the directed camera. Oop, looks like we got a dragon fight going on. Red team has it. I need to get the scoreboard up so I can actually tell you why they're in good places. Oh. Sorry, I will start analyzing once I get set up. There we go. There's my scoreboard, and I'm turning off the time controls. Okay. Vel'Koz looking up. Almost stole it. So in this game right now, it looks like we have equal levels on all the champions for their lane opponents in top and jungle, but in mid, blue team is stronger and red team stronger in bot lane. The Xayah has been extremely punished, and right now her gold is a couple thousand down to the Lucian, who already has his completed Essence Reaver. So, yeah, don't mess with the Vel'Koz one-on-one. He just rips through tanks with his true damage. So I'm trying to be an analyst, not a shot caller. Not shot caller. I'm not a play-by-play. Thank you. So, the first tower has been taken in the mid lane, but the bot lane is ready to fall for blue team. So, to make plays happen there, they would want to get a numbers advantage, but they're not getting it because of the TP from Maokai. I was about to try to say that. And this is, in solo queue, about the time where you start flaming your team because there's 100 people in your lane even though you're winning it. So, let's look at the endgame potential scaling. Maokai is a better endgame tank than the Volibear, has better engage, and is harder to peel off. Warwick is a better engage starter than a Graze, but less damage, but good for picks. Okay, Vel'Koz is in big trouble here. He has some, nope, he's not going to get a chance to use them. Vel'Koz and Lux, I would say, scale similarly in power and utility, but just slightly differently. Lux is better at taking out squishies, Vel'Koz is better at taking out tanks and peeling, but both will bring plenty of damage. Now, the AD carries, we have significant difference in Xayah versus Lucian. Xayah right now is the second strongest AD carry, is really annoying with her ability to go untargetable for both the Warwick and the Volibear to get onto her, and then she just pulls back and they are dead, 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 dead. So, and then Morgana versus Lulu, the scaling. Sorry, I'm getting entertained by watching. Similar but different, I would say Lulu's better for helping a AD carry do more damage, but a Morgana's better at keeping AD carry safe so they can actually have a chance to do that damage. So I'd give the scaling to blue team this game. Looking at the vision score, the outliers right now are the Volibear top and the Xayah AD carry. Both of them have had pretty poor vision score, but Xayah, thankfully, has a control ward, so hopefully they'll be able to use that to go somewhere. So, red team has taken 2 turrets since I last talked about turrets, but blue has finally replied with their first. So now we have 2 minutes till Dragon. What do these teams want to do to win? You have the Rift Herald, which has been buffed significantly. So whichever team could get the Rift Herald would be able to get more turrets, but who's going to have priority there? The Graves, with so many kills right now, I think helps give strength in the top to protect it. Plus, blue has their mid lane turret, where red does not. But red does have their top lane turret, so they might be able to make something happen there. Looking at completed item power spikes, Maokai has none, but Volibear has the team movement speed buff. So if it becomes a team fight around Rift Herald, that will be helpful for them, but not seen all that often. Okay. I do not think with a Lucian that the red team has the ability to break mid lane versus this Vel'Koz. In part because I know the player, he's a friend of mine. They're going to have to 5-man dive him with nobody helping him if they're going to take that turret. And so I just don't see that happening at this point in time. The Bramble Vest on the Maokai is going to help stop the Volibear from winning in the lane. Ooh, nice black shield. No, I don't want this one, I want this one. Wow. Sorry about that. Okay, Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. There is no teleport on the Volibear. Maokai's teleport is up in about 20 seconds. So, red team can get it if they go quick, in the numbers being equal or superior. Looks like the Graves is going to go for a steal. He might get it up. Nope. Superior numbers by the red team of people committing. I really think the Xayah could have done more to be helpful there. And now they've lost priority on mid lane, so they're probably going to lose their turret as well, which is going to be a real shame. Volibear is taking the wolves instead of making a play happen. Not the smartest thing. Maokai's here. Lucian went too far forward, and there's that team fighting potential that the Maokai brings. With the time frame right now, Baron is a possibility. They have a very fair Graves and a Xayah, so that's 2 AD carries, but I think they're just going to go for the safety of the turrets. Baron has been nerfed in a way, but buffed in another way. It's complicated. But in short, Baron will do more single target damage, but shred less their armor and magic resist, and has more hit points, so it takes longer to take. So the Lucian has hit his strongest power spike in the game, in my opinion, with the Rapid Fire Cannon and the Essence Reaver. This gives him 30% cooldown reduction, and because he can get that first attack off, He'll get his movement speed buff from his spell effects, and he'll just keep being able to dance forward, getting more and more shots off. Right now, the only person who has the armor to deal with the type of damage Lucien can put out right now is the Maokai. Okay, all sums are up on the red team, and on the blue team, only the flash off the support is missing. Xayah has gotten her 2-item power spike, as well as Vel'Koz. Lux is still behind in that aspect. We're entering the part of the game where Warwick really starts to fall off in his damage and ability, and now he becomes utility. He will start fights, he will get in there and get his 40% damage reduction from his howl and make people afraid, but he's not going to be one-shotting people anymore. The Lulu went Redemption, Ardent the Censor. So really all in on that team fight aspect, which you should as a support Lulu. Unupgraded boots though, so if Lulu gets caught in a spell rotation from Vel'Koz, probably dead, plain and simple. And that right there was a solo person contesting a jungle camp with no backup and no wards to see where anybody was. Don't do that. But we're all guilty of it. I do it plenty. So you see here the damage that the Baron is doing. We have the nice NSI Baron skin here. So there's no longer that area effect burn, so the rest of the team is not getting hurt as bad, just the Maokai. So let's take it up. Alright. Survived, and they're still going to get the Baron, unless, yep, Grave still has Smite, so they should be able to secure this no matter what. And they do. And that was the Volibear's fault. I'm actually going to go back and see that Baron fight again, if it will let me. Alright. So, here we go. They're going for the Baron fight. Volibear is dead. They do not have much vision at all. They have this ward and that's it. They put that one in. Lux and Warwick are going for the steal, but then Warwick decides to go around instead of the backside. Our Maokai puts down his ult and just nobody sees it because they've killed that ward until it's here. I'm going to be done for now and see the quality of the video and practice uploading it to YouTube and see if that all works. If anybody sees this video, congratulations on getting a chance to see it, but I'll probably delete it quite soon. Thank you, and bye-bye.